Welcome to Practical Icelandic. My name is Valur Grettisson. I'm the editor-in-chief at the Reykjavík Grapevine. And with me is the amazing Scottish phenomenal called the Scottish Queen.
I'm Josie Ann, for other people who don't want to call me that.
And of course the Icelandic...
the real queen.
The real queen of the show is our lovely Polly. She is our Chief of Morale Officer, a ball catcher and a journalist at between her duties, I guess. We're gonna teach you a little bit about lingo and just words when it comes to berry picking in Iceland. You're Scottish. I mean, you've done this for ages, same as Iceland, right?
Absolutely, it's a cultural thing. It's a trend.
Yeah, you're not a newbie.
No.
I can imagine if you're from New York or London or something, and you don't do this very often. But if you find yourself in Iceland in a storm like this, like a horrible, what would you call it? A heat wave?
Like what kind of weather is this for September? This is ridiculous. We're not used to this.
This is the weather we were waiting for in July, but we never got. So I guess we're having a late summer. It's like, what, 14, 15 degrees?
Which is why we're in t-shirts. I'm sure many people wouldn't be.
We are like basically dying. This is a hard day at the office for us. Let's just start perhaps with the first word before we go. We actually want to pick some berries also. And like just the word for doing this. You call it berry picking, right?
Sure, in English that's pretty simple.
It's pretty simple, right. In Icelandic it's actually Berjamó. It's two words, it's berja. You could easily mistake it for assault or like hitting someone.
Oh my God.
Please don't do that because ber, of course, like in Icelandic, we have all kind of ways to say it. And in plural, we say berjamó. Like there's like picking many berries. Berries.
Berjamó.
But wait.
Okay.
Mó is not picking actually. It's actually this area here. We call it moor. And therefore, it's like berries in the wilderness, basically. The correct translation for this would be moor, basically.
A moor, okay, yeah.
So it's like berry moor in Icelandic. And we don't have many berries in Iceland, actually. Polly loves all of them, I have to say. It's really nice to take her out hiking.
Here we go.
Yeah, right.
So what have we got here? What are these ones?
We have a lot of really nice blueberries, of course. But in Icelandic, we say Bláber.
Bláber.
Exactly the same word, actually, in English. Just blueberry. Simple as that. This is a lovely, simple berry. This is like something that, like, we have way more, like, of crowberries, actually. Or hookberry.
Which are different species.
Which are different species. They are black. They are somewhere around here. Polly, Polly is so thirsty. She eats this and doesn't become thirsty. So, these berries actually is something that when I was growing up, and we were always doing this as a family, this is the berry that we hit the jackpot when we found these ones. We had like these were most often just completely filled with the crowberries. But now, for example, because of this area is brilliant, Art Picnic of course found this area, there are more blueberries here than I've seen for a long time actually. Although there are better areas to do this, this is just such a nice scenery here.
Also squeaking on the ball.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like it keeps making me think she's a bird.
Yeah, exactly. But how is it like in Scotland? Do you like go with your families and do this every autumn or?
So quite like Iceland, the tradition for berry picking kind of died out, but it seems to be having a real resurgence, especially with young people and the sort of trend for foraged foods. But
for younger people?
Yeah, for people our age.
Like not with the kids and so on then?
Yeah, it might be people in their like 20s and 30s who are sort of picking this trend up again.
Wow, I would never just go and do this by myself. I'm not sure Icelanders would actually do that.
Well, you often go with friends, I would say. That's quite common.
Yeah, it might be.
But the other thing that's similar is that these plants, these blueberries, are actually not technically blueberries. they're what's called bilberries.
Oh, really?
So they're a slightly different species and they taste slightly different as well. So if you pick a wild Icelandic blueberry, you might be a little bit surprised the difference of taste.
Yeah, it's not sweet like you would expect. It's a bit bitter.
It's got quite a tartness to it, but they are delicious.
Yeah, right. We of course pick this. When I was growing up, and I did this also with my children, you always go in September, mid-September, and like take your children with you, because I love this actually about Icelanders. It's like you always take your children with you because they have so small fingers. Such easy work horses, and they do whatever you tell them to do, and then you kind of just give them like food after the day, give them something to eat, and that's it.
So go over the name one more time for me.
So Bláber is blueberry.
Bláber, okay.
But
I can't roll my R's, so it makes it a little bit difficult for me.
Yeah, right. But my favorite one is always the Krækiber. And Krækiber is much worse in taste, I think.
Do you
than
think?
The blueberry. Yeah, it's probably here, right?
They're quite, the Krækiber, they're probably up on the moor, I think. Let's go have a look.
They're a bit more bitter. And these are actually interesting ones. It's like, you say, what is it, crowberry?
Crowberry, I think, is the English name for it, but...
Yeah, but in Icelandic, it's like a crow and a berry, that's the English word, but in Icelandic it's...
Look, here's some.
Krækiber.
Krækiber.
And krækja means like a hook onto something. And the reason probably we do this, here we have it, is because of this rough plant, like rough bush.
So they're quite different looking. They're much darker.
Yeah.
Taste quite different.
And this is what our sheep eat. So when you eat our lamb, and the reason we actually allow them to go basically into the mountains over the summer time, from like May to I think September, is because they go there and they will find a ton of this. And you can even see it like in their feces afterwards. You can often just literally see these berries there. They are eating this the whole day.
And is that one of the reasons why they think that Icelandic lamb is so particularly good?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like marinating your lamb with like in a natural way, I guess.
Okay, so tell me one more time. What's it called?
So it's kræki.
Kræki?
That's like hook.
Okay.
And then just berry, bear.
Bear. Okay.
A bear is
Krækiber.
always the only moment we do not have this is like in Berjamó. Then you just have the word berry, first word, and then like the moor, like just berry moor. That's basically how we do it. But the thing is that then we of course we have like Hrútaber, and that's also that our sheep also eat, and we call it the ramsberry. They are red ones. They are like quite delicious, and we use that the most when it comes to our jams and so on. And I'm not sure like if it's here actually. It's not. It's quite. You can find it in many places, but not perhaps here, not everywhere. And these berries are in Icelandic Hrútaber.
Hrútaber.
Right. It's like just. It's like many rams. Like
Okay.
Hrúta.
Plural of
Yes.
rams.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of rolled R's in these words. I'm struggling a bit.
Exactly. And they are actually, I looked it up. I didn't know much about them. But they are closely related to raspberries. And it's used to...
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, right.
They look kind of similar.
And the thing is, actually, like, when it comes to, let's just say, like this. Let's just pick it up. I'll show you. We call this, actually, when you have these... red Hrútaber on it, we call it the troll's rope, or Tröllareipi.
Tröllareipi.
Yes.
Oh boy.
It sounds very bad when you say it with an English accent, like rapey. Anyway.
But it means troll's rope.
Troll's rope.
Okay.
But you can also call it like Skollareipi.
Skollareipi. What does that mean? Skolla.
Skolli is like it's actually a pretty funny word. Skolli is like the devil, the boogeyman, something evil.
Okay.
So it's like you use it like you can say Scotland's It's like with an S in the end, and then you're cursing.
Okay.
But Skolli is like we also use it for foxes and so on.
Okay.
Or like not the foxes, like both foxes and what's the animal's name that is very similar to the fox, but
Bigger?
yes.
Wolves?
No, the smaller ones.
Smaller? No idea.
Anyways, I should have looked that up also. But Skolli basically means evil, boogeyman, devil. But not entirely devil, but if you look it up, you will actually get that translation. But we would just call the devil. But Skolli is like something evil. So this is like basically the devil's rope. Check it out. I think this is just undeveloped some other berry.
Yeah, we don't know what this one is, but it's not edible.
It's not edible, but it's similar to the in look as the Hrútaber.
Hrútaber, yeah. Well, the Hrútaber has more. It looks a little bit more like a raspberry in the sense that it has the different segments.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we can't find it in this area, which is a shame because it's my favourite.
Yeah, right. That's also the one that it's very often like in the city, right?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, and we get it like, or is that the raspberries? That could be actually.
Yeah.
That's
This
like,
is the thing. They're so like specific, these berries, to
Yeah.
Iceland.
But also like when you're a kid, this is what you eat. Like we were always eating these blueberries and this in the fall when we were playing somewhere in the city before they paved everything. Also like the raspberries that were growing on the trees, and when the raspberries were like becoming like hard and old, you could use them as like in like what do you call it, like a gun. We make gun out of it.
Really?
Like guns, and use the bullets, and it was like it hurt like hell when we got it into us.
Children. Well, what do you think? We're not doing too badly.
No, right.
Maybe we should go and find another spot.
You're basically doing all the job.
Yeah, that sounds usual.
Love it.
Okay, go over the words for me one more time so people can get it.
Okay. Let's just start with Berjamó.
Berjamó.
Do not be confused with the word hit someone, which is also berja. That's like hitting someone severely. But ber is the word, but berja is like barátta. It's like a battle or something like that.
Okay.
But you can use the word in the same ways. So Berjamó is berries, moors, basically. Then you have Krækiber.
Krækiber.
And that has the I. And you use I every day with just the letter, like narcissistic word I. Right. So you know that letter better than you think. It's Krækiber, and that's like hookberry.
Hookberry, Krækiber, okay.
And then you have Hrútaber. If you want the Latin word, actually, just why not? It's Rubus saxatilis.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I like the sound of that.
Could be stone bramble. That's actually sounds like a plausible one.
Okay.
I'm not sure though.
Hrútaber.
And also great weather. You actually need to learn that because the day is phenomenal. As Frábært.
Frábært.
And don't forget the R in the end. It's Frábært.
Frábært.
Veður.
Veður.
Like it has it's a nightmarish word for like an Icelander, but it just means great. And it has á, like with an accent over the A. It has I, and veður has of course the very simple es, which I think the English-speaking people have. It's easier for them than they think to use that. Like
we can handle that one. Yes. It's like the TH in the word, the. It's behind your teeth. But we'll put the words, all of the translations, in the description as usual. So if you want to practice along, you can watch this video again, and then you'll know how to go and pick berries in Iceland.
Oh, to say it. Berjamó.
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 Come on, let's go. We've got work to do. Here's a good spot. Oh, look here.
Yes. Polly.